how can a person who is currently feeling trapped at a job that they semi hate, I don't know if it's semi hate or semi love, I'm not exactly sure. I guess that's a half glass empty, half full thing. But how can they find, like you talked about, when you might have had to let someone go, find a place where you feel like you could be valued and where your skill set can go further. How can a person find that career that they love? What do they need to do? Is it just about journaling and self honesty, or are there more practical things?
Yeah, well, I think there's internal work you can do, which we talked about, and then there's external work. I think people, in my experience, most people like to help, you know,
Yeah.
but most people also don't like to ask for help. So that's kind of an interesting paradox. I think, and I'm sure I can tell by talking to you that you have no problems asking people questions. You have no problems putting yourself in risky situations as long as you've mitigated the risk to your self-satisfaction. So it's like, you got to get out there. You know, I used to tell people, we teach people how to referralize at the end of, you know, when you place somebody, it's like, well, I just help you find a job. You know, who else do you know that I should be talking to? And it's not, do you know anyone else?
Mm-hmm.
That's a yes or no. You never do that.
Right.
It's, who else do you know? I presume you know people. And if someone said to me, yeah, I can't think of anybody, my big joke was always, man, you can't think of anybody right now? You got to get out more and make them laugh,
Right.
and
Yeah.
keep the conversation going. So
Mhm.
really, with the access to information that we have right now, one of the things that drives me insane on LinkedIn is two things: the open to work or open to network badge. That says I'm desperate, and people don't understand that. They don't like it when I tell them that. I'm like, you don't have to believe me, but you're perceived. That's a desperate move, and
Yeah.
at least half the population is going to agree with me, right?
Yeah.
So, and what value does it bring you? No one's
Right.
coming to you because you're looking for work. People are coming to you because you look like you might be what they need. That has
Yeah.
nothing to do with your status. So, you know, that's something that, and then the standard way of looking for work is putting your resume together to the best of your abilities, or making the mistake of paying someone to do that for you, which I'll do for free in 5 minutes.
Mhm.
And then just shooting it all over the place, shotgunning resumes. And it's just like, and then complaining about not getting feedback. I'm like, half those jobs aren't even open, right?
Yeah. Right.
And the first set of eyes that's going to look at your resume isn't qualified to look at your resume.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's so true. Yeah, we had a viewer just write into the show while we were talking. They said, "Hello there. This stream was randomly recommended to me by YouTube, yet it hits so close to home. I'm struggling exactly with semi-hate, feeling stuck at my job." Yeah, obviously, this is a ubiquitous feeling that people feel across the board.
it is, Micah. It is. It's just that it's also a difficult thing to share with people.
Mhm.
There's a level of embarrassment to it. But when you again, in my experience, when you make yourself available to people,
Yep.
what I find is most people are struggling with the same things I'm struggling with, and most people are struggling with the same things everyone's struggling with. You know,
Right.
there's nuances. Women have certain things that are different than men.
Sure.
What age you are, what culture you're from, your religious beliefs. There's all influences there.
Right.
We're all human, you know.
Exactly. No, that's true. When you peel off the outer layer of our skin, you were to just have us walking around like the sack of meat that we are,
Yeah.
we would all require the same needs. Now, like you mentioned, you know, there might be some subculture things that might be slightly different based off of where we grew up and that. But at the end of the day, even the needs in a subculture are typically human defined, and they line up together like across culture. So there's another question here. So they asked, how do you set a stronger frame on LinkedIn? How do you, I guess what he's asking is, how do you kind of get solid on LinkedIn so that people can actually might be able to find you or to recognize your skill set?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that teach people how to build their profiles. Again, I have a free workbook that you can get on my website for that. Before I did anything, I would at least do that. Go look at my profile, and you're not going to use my content, but you can use my framework. Look at what I'm doing. Ask yourself, why is he doing that? Why does it look like that? Why is he saying that like that? You know, and you know, I tell people all the time, plagiarism is only plagiarism when you're in school. Everything I know, I learned from someone else.
Yeah.
That's not stealing, but I've made it my own. You can't get what I'm selling from anybody but me because it's coming from me. It's mine.
Mhm.
And I think you got to get more of a. There's plenty of room for everybody. You know, we need everyone.